Good morning. This is breakfast today. I got 5 hard-boiled eggs. I don't know, wanted to do the eggs differently today. And 2 sausage patties. I thought I would go out for a walk, but it's freezing. I think it's 62 degrees and it feels colder. I think it's due to the overcast, the sun not being out. It's too cold for me. Well, I tried going for another walk, but now it's starting to rain. It's been like this all day. By the way, it's after 5 o'clock. It's like, I don't know, 5:20. And I'm still not very hungry. Those eggs I had filled me up. All right, so I'm trying the carnivore meat pie again. This time I used 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 pound of Italian sausage, and 12 ounces of bacon, cowboy bacon from Publix. I added garlic powder, onion powder, salt. I think that was it for seasonings in this, and also Italian seasoning. Mixed in. This is the cheese that I have left from the 12 ounces, so everything else I mixed into the meat. So I'll pour this into the quiche pan, and then the recipe says 2 eggs for 2 pounds. Since I'm using a little over 3 pounds, I'll do 3 eggs. So I'll pour the scrambled eggs over the meat and then top it with the cheese. Throw it in the oven at 350 for about, I think, 25 minutes. We'll see how it comes out. So here's the finished product of my carnivore-friendly meat pie. I think I can only get a quarter of it. I don't know. It might be kind of a lot, but I'll see. It looks good. I'm finally relaxing a little bit today. It's a little after 10 o'clock. After work, I don't know what I did directly after work. I guess I was just, busy. Well, I was helping my neighbor with a slideshow. Her mother passed away recently, and then she just came over and we worked on it together. Kind of went for a few hours, but it turned out pretty good. So I've been working on that, and then I made the meat pie. That meat pie was good. That meat pie actually came out better than the one before. Can't remember. I think I left out one of the ingredients I used. It was meat-wise, it was 2 pounds of beef, 12 ounces of bacon. I think I mentioned that, and 1 pound of sausage. The cheese. The cheese was the Gouda cheese from Aldi's. It was like 1.5 rounds of cheese. But yeah, it was really good. Maybe needed some more egg. Even the last one I made, just the way they have you pour the egg over it, it doesn't really get everywhere. But I don't know. It's honestly not a huge deal. I think the cheese kind of helps it all stay together. But I mean, when you eat it, it doesn't really matter if it stays together or not anyway. But yeah, I know when I first did carnivore a few months ago, I made I think I just kind of winged my own recipe for a carnivore meatloaf, and it didn't turn out that great. It was dry. Uh, but this is a lot better. This obviously isn't a meatloaf. I mean, it kind of is a meat pie, but it's just I think browning the beef in the skillet prior to baking it just makes the beef not as compacted. Uh, it just turns out better. Donnie, what are you doing? So anyway, I forget what I was going to say now. I know some of you didn't like my chocolate cheat yesterday. Oh well, I guess. I don't know what to say. Just the way I was feeling yesterday. I know I should have willpower. I feel like I do have willpower because, like, if I wanted to resist eating the chocolate yesterday, like, I could have used willpower to stop myself, but I didn't. And I don't know, you might think, well, that's what willpower is all about, stopping yourself. But I don't know, it's just like the mentality I was in yesterday, just in a depressed state, I guess is what it boils down to. I just decided to let myself have the chocolate, based on how I felt. It was like a mixture of feelings, I guess. Um, so yeah, I thought about not eating the chocolate, but I'm like, you know what, I'm craving chocolate, so I'm gonna eat it. So I did, and I don't know. I felt a little sick after I ate it, just because I probably shouldn't have eaten it at all. But that chocolate's like once you start, you can't stop. I probably binged on it. But anyway, at least it was low carb. It was sweetened with monk fruit. Um, so I think if you're going to have a cheat when you're doing something like carnivore or ketovore or just keto in general, if you can cheat with a low carb, uh, not highly processed food. I mean, it's processed, but the list of ingredients, I think it was like maybe six or less ingredients in that chocolate. So it's processed, but it's not like ultra processed like Hershey's chocolate or a Reese's. That's just like purely sugar. At least this was sweetened with monk fruit. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it at all. Uh, I just think if you're going to cheat on something like that, it's like in the past I've thought or I've read and watched someone's video about someone who was doing strict keto and they were doing clean keto. So if you're not too sure what clean keto is as opposed to dirty keto, clean keto is basically the way I'm trying to think, been eating prior to doing carnivore. It's just like vegetables, it's unprocessed, keto friendly items. Um, so like it would not be aspartame or like a low carb sweetener. I don't know if monk fruit's considered clean. I'm not too sure about that. But like dirty ingredients would be like the Atkins diet bars or snack bars that you get, or just these keto. If you find it in the store and it's labeled keto, it's dirty. It's full of ingredients and chemicals. Um, so clean keto is more just eating naturally. Um, but yeah, people were saying if you're on a clean keto diet and you cheat rather than cheating, going to the sugar or the highly processed sugary items, if you could just learn to cheat with maybe a dirty keto item, something that's still low carb and hopefully won't throw you out of ketosis completely, is better than, going all the way into the worst food that'll kick you out of ketosis. Um, so it's just something to think about. I mean, it's as you what's the word, move into a new diet. It's like I'm just starting carnivore. I think there's a phase of uh, losing that addiction for the food you were eating. So I think it's natural. I know when I first started keto, like back in 2017, I still have the recipes for fat bombs, and just a bunch of different keto desserts and fathead dough desserts. I made fathead cinnamon rolls and they were delicious. But back then I was just a lot more addicted to the sugary stuff, and I thought, oh well, if it's low carb, I can eat it. Which I mean, I did lose weight back then, but it's just better to cut out the sugars and do away with that stuff completely. But it's a process, so it's natural to get those cravings, and sometimes it's just like blaring in your mind. You have to eat something. It's like I've been doing good with keto. I wanted chocolate yesterday. So I'm like, you know what? Because I thought I did. Last night I was thinking about craving fat. So I was thinking about should I just get some avocados, eat avocados with the everything bagel seasoning, which that's pretty good. Um, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm craving chocolate, so I'm just going to eat the chocolate. I'm going to let myself have that chocolate. And I did, and I feel, well, I mean, I feel fine now. I feel I felt good after giving into the craving. I don't know if that's a good thing to say or not, but I was really craving it, so I don't regret letting myself have that, especially since it was low carb. Um, but like today, the sugar cravings didn't continue. Like I wasn't craving sugar today. Um, you saw what I had for breakfast, and then I made the meat pie, and yeah, I feel good. I'm full. Um, I think I during the day I snacked on a little bit of the Gouda cheese. I don't think I showed that, but it's back to carnivore. So, and like I said, I don't plan to be super strict carnivore. Like if there's days when I go out to a restaurant and want to have a salad or a steak with a side of broccoli or maybe cauliflower, then I'm going to let myself have that. Like I'm not going to be super strict carnivore. I know there's people that do that and they live by it, but if it's a vegetable for one meal, it's not going to hurt you, obviously. Um, so that's just my take on it. But anyways, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching the videos, and yeah, keep on keep on stopping by, and if you like my videos and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. All right, so that'll be the end. Have a good night.